Hey everyone, this is Brian with We Inspect. I just got out of an appointment and just got back into my car and had a really good conversation with the homeowners in here, and I just wanted to share one of the topics that we talked about in there because I thought it'd be beneficial for you guys to hear. And what that was describing what our goals are when we are performing a mold inspection, right? Especially for someone who has Sears, Lyme disease, autoimmune issues, or any sort of hypersensitivity. So when we go into a house when we're working with someone like that, there's really two goals that we have. The first one is to understand, are there any sources of mold growth that are present in the house? This is really, really important because if we don't know where the sources are, then we're not going to know how to get rid of them, right? So we really need to identify where those are. The second piece of that is to understand if there's been a cross-contamination from those sources that have impacted other areas of the house, specifically the heating and air conditioning system, as well as the occupied living spaces, right? And in order to do that, we do a combination of different sampling methodologies, which leverages the strengths and weaknesses of each one, and we tailor them to each area. So I like to say, use the analogy that mold is like a factory, right? So by us finding the sources is us identifying where the factories are located. And we need to do that. And that's part of a very thorough inspection process, which could take even up to a couple hours, depending on how big the home is and how many issues we're finding. But once we find the factories, if you've ever, driven by a factory, you'll see that maybe there's smoke coming out of the top of the factory, right? So that's the cross-contamination piece in this analogy, and it's like the smoke is spreading throughout the house, right? So in our case, we're looking at mycotoxins, mold spores, fragments of the mold colonies that are spreading off of that factory and moving throughout the house and potentially impacting the heating, air conditioning system, as well as the home. So by us doing this really thorough approach, we're basically breaking the home down into 3 levels so we can give you a really thorough understanding of what's going on and also be able to write a remediation protocol that covers all aspects of the home. The top level in this scenario would be your heating and ventilation system, your HVAC system. That's really like the lungs of your house, so anything that's going on and impacting that area can get recirculated and spread throughout. The second level is basically the structure of the house, and this is where all the sources or the factories are going to be located, right? So this could be walls, ceilings, cabinetry, any sort of kind of structural piece in the house, and these are where we need to identify where the sources are so we can shut those factories down. And then the third level is basically the settlement in the house. So that includes dust reservoirs that settle on top of your surfaces, on top of your contents, your belongings. So as you're walking around the home, the dust in these areas can get resuspended in the air and then brought into your breathing zone. So by isolating all of these levels individually, we're able to put together a really thorough, comprehensive plan, not only understanding what you're being exposed to, but also being able to write up a strategy for how to appropriately remediate it so you can get back into your home and hopefully it'll be a suitable place for you. So just wanted to share kind of our approach of an inspection process with you. We'll probably be sending some more of these out over time. If you have any questions, just let us know. And be sure to check out, we have a Facebook Live Q&A event that we're holding on May 2nd, where any of you can attend and ask us questions that you may have, and we'll answer them in real time. So thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.